All right. Are we live here? I think we are live. This is mine and Nicole's and Givz first ever live stream for LinkedIn. So we're excited for that. And I'm going to just open it up with some opening remarks. This is not something that we've ever done before or even are necessarily comfortable doing, but we had to tell you what we were seeing because the results from Givz incentives that have been live over the past 3 months since we launched our Shopify app have been astounding. The results have been amazing, and we're really excited about the upcoming Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday. We'll talk all about that here as we go. What we're going to cover is 3 ways that brands are driving sales and giving back during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday, as well as into December. And then we're going to also cover what you can expect for 22, how to get all of you to get away from discounts and weave in social impact in the process. So the 3 ways that folks can drive sales and give back are the get and give, which we'll cover third, the increased donation incentive, and the always on. So results we typically see from these incentives will tell you everything to come. But first, let me give you a quick 2-minute pitch on Givz. Here's the spiel, why it matters. And first, we see 2 huge trends happening in e-commerce right now. First is that brands are trying to get away from discounts as much as possible. They recognize that it brings in the lowest lifetime value customers. And at the same time, if you continue to give people discounts, they know that they never are going to pay full price for this brand. So how do you drive sales without getting on this discount hamster wheel? That's trend 1. Trend 2, totally separately, is that consumers are demanding some sort of purpose-driven activity now more than ever. This is not a fad that's going away. This is something that is here to stay, and consumers are voting with their wallets. If you can't show them as a brand that you care about what they care about as consumers, they're going to shop somewhere else. So Givz sits at the nexus of those 2 trends, allowing brands to convert discounts into donations, which manifests itself in something like, instead of spend $100, get $20 off, you can instead market spend $100 and pay the full $100 because that's what our products are worth because they're quality. But we'll give you $20 to give to any charity that you want. And that incentive actually performs just as well, if not better, than the $20 off. And that's the amazing part. That's the aha moment. And Nicole, shall we dive right in?
Let's do this. Yes. So I think, the big picture thing is that with these donation incentives, you're really allowing, you're inviting the community into your giving mission. And that's a big deal. So we're going to walk through the different ways that we're seeing this happen. And first would be the always on. So this is what we would recommend. This is how you set the table. This is how you introduce the donation incentive, how you invite them into your giving mission. And there's one of 2 ways that this can look. So first would be set the give to a lower donation amount for all orders, something like 2 to 5% of all orders. See with this an increase in your conversion rate. And if you're looking for more of an increase in your AOV, then we would recommend setting a spend threshold. So you set that spend threshold a bit higher than your AOV, and it would look something like spend $100 and get $20 back to the charity of your choice. And typically with something like this, we would see really about a 10% plus increase in AOV just after running it for a few weeks. Wouldn't you agree, Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen just this week, right? We've gone on 2 calls with customers. One who did, spend $50 or more, get 5% of the overall purchase to give back to the charity of your choice. They've seen a $10 increase in AOV, which I think equated to like a 35 or 40% increase in AOV is wild. Yes. And then that had only been running for 2 months. And then the second one that we had another one, which was a similar type of deal, right? It was like spend $75, get $10 to give to a charity of your choice. And they saw AOV go from like a high 30s to mid 40s, which was another 20% kind of, or 10 to 20% kind of jump. So, and that one's only been running a month, right? And it's just from the moment they implement and start to promote it, the AOV just starts going up. And so that's that's just been encouraging signs for us as we're seeing it. There's some others though always on that are on here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so I just wanted to call out a few brands that we're seeing doing this. Terra's is one. They've been running this for a little while.
Yeah,
They
since
run,
January.
buy $200, get $25 to the charity of your choice. And this has been really successful in creeping up their AOV. And another brand that started really from the beginning with this always on offer was Lolly Beauty. And they do 10% of all sales and really position this as a strategic pillar for their brand, which
Yeah,
by
they
the way,
have
we'll
a
go into a little later, like that is what's happening going forward. It's no
yeah.
longer just a fad or an afterthought. It's really becoming a key strategic initiative, I'd say.
Yeah, this is something that they have on the bottom of their site as well. They
Mhm.
talk about it in Instagram posts and stories, and put it in the. I think Terra's also has like a nice block in the bottom of like 1/4 or 1/5 of their emails that lets people know about this. And there are a couple of others too. Still going at this. Parasol has been with us for a while now,
Mhm.
doing spend $60, get $10 to give to the charity of your choice.
Yeah, and
Um,
I'd say, Spongele, I mean, they're crushing it. It's,
Crushing.
they're seeing, I mean, they're creating social impact every single day. We actually see a feed of donation guys, and it's the coolest thing as we see donations coming in, and all all types of charities, especially, I mean, customers will align really with the charities and the causes that you love because they're going to your brand to buy from you. But the fact that you're giving them the option that it's a consumer-led donation, you're really tapping into their heart, and I think that's a big deal. And now we have personalized purpose here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say anything else to add?
No, the only thing on Spongele, we actually had that was one of the ones where a customer emailed us, right?
Yes.
That
Oh,
was
so cool. Yeah, we should mention that actually.
yeah,
Um, so this is actually cool for on 2 fronts because she worked at a charity
right.
and she is a Spongele customer, and she went through the process, and we should post this. So I think we're gonna do that. But she went through the process and noticed that the charity she doesn't work with wasn't in there. So she selected one of her other favorite charities. I think it was like the World Wildlife Fund.
Yep.
And she messaged us and said, "I love this. How can I get our charity enrolled? And what other brands are you working with? Because I want to buy from them." And she ended up sending us her pictures of her product and how much she loves it. And she's like, "I'm going to be buying more. Like, thank you so much." So we shared that, of course, with our partner brand Spongele, and I think that this is just kind of the beginning of the stories that we're going to continue to hear from customers, brands, and even charities for that matter.
Yeah, that's actually interesting in terms of I think we also had a customer not reach out to us in particular, but tag one of our other brands, the Hampton Grocer, to say like, "Hey, this is like the best granola I've ever had, and by the way, I just got $10 to give to a charity of my choice, and I supported XYZ charity." So that like user generated
Mhm.
content is something that we need to figure out how we even
Yes.
drive more of that, right? So if anybody who's watching or watching later, watching now or watching later, has any ideas on that, we are wide open for ideas to enable that user generated content a little bit more smoothly than just hoping folks do it and watching people do it, but enabling that further is a big initiative for me. I think we can move on
Totally.
to the next type of deal. So that's the always on. And then if you want to increase, throttle up, if you will, the donation incentive, this is something where, for obviously for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that's what we're talking about right now. That's what's coming up right now. So somebody like a Spongele who's doing, a spend threshold and 5% to give back to the charity of their choice, to give back to the charity of the customer's choosing. For Black Friday and Cyber Monday, that still exists. They're doing some sales as well on top of that. But for Giving Tuesday, they're dropping the spend threshold. They're saying anybody who purchases anything is going to get 10% back to give to the charity of your choice. And so I think something like that, like ramping this up around the holidays, is something that's super interesting. Tervis is an example. I think that's just a case study that we should talk about more often than we do. They did a tiered offer where they said, every $50 you spend you're going to get $15 back to give to the charity of your choice. So if you spend 50, you get 15. If you spend 100, you get 30, so on and so forth, all the way up to if you spend $500, we'll give you $150 to give to any charity that you want. And so that was their offer. They actually did this in store and online.
I was going to say, make sure to mention that, because I think we're going to see more of that too. Yep.
Totally. So we did this in store and online. They saw a 20% increase in conversion rate online. They saw a 40% increase in items in people's cart. But overall, across in store and online, they saw a 17% increase in average order value. And this was all for the financial equivalent of less than a 5% off discount, right? And so we can talk about no brainer. We'll have to do a different live on like the math and the mechanics behind Givz.
I think
but
so.
this was something that we should just talk about more often. But that's an example of like, hey, we're ramping it up for this 14-day period or whatever it may be. That's how you do it. Other great times around Earth Day or Pride Month. There are a lot of times throughout the year where you're going to want to increase and just pour some gasoline on exactly what you're doing. So Brave Souls is another great customer of ours that is doing 10% as they're always on. For Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday, they're going to increase to 20%, right? Just another reason to touch base with customers, let them know that you can give back in an even more meaningful way now. You can always give back with us, but here's an even more meaningful way to do it and a reason to buy now. That's something other than, hey, we're a discount brand and here's a discount. So
right. And I think what blows us away is that, and it shouldn't anymore, is
right,
that
it really shouldn't.
This is the only thing that really competes with a discount. And that we surprise brands all the time with it, but it's true and it's sustainable. This is something that's truly sustainable. You're not crushing your profit margin. You are doing something good in nature, but it actually is growing your business as well. So I mean, it's truly a win for all, and should be looked at as like that, more of that long-term strategy.
Yeah, we need to actually get that win-win-win from The Office. There needs to be a meme of some sort of like that win-win-win. I think that was actually in like moderation or something, but like that was that. Yeah, we'll have to get one of those going. But
I'm down with that.
yes, the next thing I think so we've talked about how we can actually outperform discounts, and we do outperform discounts all the time, but for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or a time when somebody is really expecting a discount for themselves and they're not going to buy anything at full price on Black Friday or Cyber Monday.
Let's be realistic at the same time too, right?
Yeah. And how can we work, how do we work with discounts? Because we can, if your customer demands and or expects, you've already trained them to expect a discount, how can you start to peel that back but not go cold turkey given the Thanksgiving, but I'll turn that over to you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the discount narrative is real, guys. Like there is a real challenge with that. And as soon as you lower, especially even for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, as soon as you hang that deep discount down, it's very, very hard to walk back from that. So, and as the customers, I think we can all agree. But so what we recommend is sometimes it might be very difficult you're not going to be able to just completely walk away from discounts if that has been part of your narrative, if that has been part of your relationship building with your customers. And first of all, I just want to say that's okay. That's okay. What we recommend is developing this cadence where you can start to step back a little bit, but at the same time offer in a giving initiative. So that is what we call the get and give. So with the get and give, they get a percentage off, and then they are able to give to the charity of their choice as well. And this is also, as Andrew mentioned, for special moments, which are especially promotional moments, whether that's Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or other important promotional tent poles that you're just
going to Labor Day sale or
Labor Day, Memorial Day,
yes,
anything like that. This is a great option. So instead of 40% off, let's say, we would recommend doing a 20% off and a 20% to the charity of your choice. This converts pretty much the same, if not better, than a 40% off. It looks like 40% off, but is actually going to cost more like 25%. And that's like a whole nother live. So we'll go into that later, or message us and we're happy to talk through the economics of this. But I would say, like, we have seen going into Black Friday, Cyber Monday, this is a huge thing that brands are getting on, and it's not going away. I think this is something that we're looking at for the holidays, but also going into 2022 planning.
Yeah, I think just to jump in on that even further, the 20 plus 20, like Nicole said, converts like 40, only costs 25,
Exactly.
and is something that is so easy to implement. And the big thing that we almost never talk about that we should is that there's also just this huge difference. Not only is it going to convert just as well as 40 or convert better than 40 and grow your business that way, you're getting 20% more revenue even if the same amount of people purchase, right? Because people are paying 80 instead of 60. So from a revenue standpoint, on $100 purchase, people are paying 80 in the Givz model. People are paying 60 and 40% off model. So you're already 20% ahead of the game on revenue. But in the consumer's mind, when they pay $60 for something that says it should be $100, there's just some disconnect there. Like, I'm never going to purchase from this place unless it's 40% off ever again, right? Like, that's it. That's honestly
Yeah,
what I'm thinking as
just
a
the reality.
consumer. And so and like 20% is just on the edge, like, right? And even the 25%, okay, fine, but 40%, I'm starting to think like, all right, how do they even make money on this? How can this even be a thing? Their prices aren't real, right? And so that's what we're trying to help folks avoid. And I think we can do it in a really, really, that's the intangible piece. Aside from just more revenue, better conversion, and more cost savings, this is the intangible piece that we don't talk about as often.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say there's many brands this holiday that are deploying this. Like, one for sure we have to talk about is Sheets and Giggles. So they did this last year.
They crushed it last
So
year.
yeah, last year, and instead of running a deep discount, had a wonderful way of executing it, and it performed so well and was so impactful that in the most crucial time of the year, again this year, they are running it again, and we're so excited for that. So I have to share that. Um, and then I would say, like, other brands that are doing this. We also have the Lumia. So the Lumia is they're actually approaching it a little bit differently. So they're doing a discount, Black Friday discount code for a specific product, and so really promoting that this throw blanket and saying, hey, go ahead and use this discount for this specific product, but we're going to increase our always on offer to 10% as well. So I think that's really amazing that they're using this in a unique way to also focus on driving attention to a specific product, or, if it's another brand, maybe a product bundle or whatever that feature may be.
Awesome. And out of curiosity, I actually don't know. Is it 5%? Is it 10% on just the throw blankets, or is it 10% across the board for the Lumia?
Yeah, so they will have 10% of the purchase to the charity of the choice.
Got it.
Plus, with the discount code, you get 25% off that specific product.
Got it. Got it. So they're targeting a specific product for the discount. The rest of their products aren't necessarily discounted,
Yep,
but the giving incentive now across their site is going from 5 to 10. So this is an
exactly.
interesting way to keep prices at full price. Maybe one hero SKU that is their throw blanket will be 25% off with use of a specific discount code. But in general, the reason to shop now is, hey, you're getting an additional 5%, making it 10% of your total purchase price, regardless of what you're buying, regardless of any discount code you use. You're getting 10% to give to a charity of your choice. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I would say one other one we could mention is Royce. They have a higher AOV, but they're looking at doing a 30% discount plus $100 to charity on a purchase of $500 and more.
That's
So,
awesome.
I mean, that's a big deal, and that is some social impact with those purchases. I think people can feel pretty good after their holiday shopping going there. So I think that's pretty awesome.
Amazing. Well, yeah, I think looking to 2022, we are talking to a lot of brands about how do we do this? What's the rollout strategy for social impact? How do we do this in a meaningful way, inviting our customers in, and how can we be innovative and differentiate ourselves from our competition in this space? And we call it personalized purpose at scale. That's what we are creating for the brands that are working with us. And we're creating a holiday shopping guide this week that actually features our clients and a bunch of the folks we spoke about. I think we have 25 to 30 folks that we're listing, places that consumers can shop and give back. So if you're a consumer listening in here, we should have an article that's posted tomorrow or Monday at the latest in terms of where people can shop Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday, and have the most impact and support the charity that they care about most, right? That's the exciting piece. Any one of these 25 places that you shop, 30 places that you shop, you're going to be able to support the charity that means the most to you. So start thinking about now what charity means the most to you, and then go find some of these awesome products, be able to support your favorite charity or your cousin's favorite charity or the charity that you started, et cetera, et cetera. Should be pretty straightforward. So for more info, feel free to message us directly. We did not know how long this was going to last. I think 21 minutes is about right. So message us directly. Feel free to check out more content at givz.com, givz.com. And we'll send out the reference guide tomorrow on our LinkedIn, as well as everywhere on our site. So you can shop some of these great brands. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Nicole or I directly here on LinkedIn or via the site. The chat bot is me for now. So feel free to go on givz.com and message me, even if you just want to talk about life or whatever. I'm there.
All right. Awesome. Till next time.
Till next time.
Bye.